Hi everyone and welcome again to the Uncertain Podcast. I hope you're having a good day and I am Kay and today's topic is about how to stop being a people pleaser and how can we set boundaries to things. So I think that before starts today's podcast, the right thing to say is that behind every person who is people pleaser, there might be a story behind that. And knowing the causes are important to know how to find a solution for that behavior. Perhaps unresolved feelings or situations. So if you feel that you need a second opinion or a little help, it would be no wrong to ask for professional help. So, how do we know if a person is a people pleaser? What are the signs? A sign is when you agree with everything and everyone around you to please, even if you disagree with something, or when in a work or school meeting, when they give ideas, you don't express your ideas to avoid confrontations. Another sign that can help identify a people pleaser is that they apologize for everything. If they give their ideas or opinion, they feel sorry for that. When they blame you for something, you apologize even if you shouldn't because it's not your fault. Even the feeling of guilt makes you apologize for everything. The next one is one of the most common signs, and it's that they can say no. You always have to say yes to everything. That party you don't want to go, help your friends with homework, even if you don't have time for yours. Help is in whatever way you can, no matter who asks you. The problem is when people take advantage of this because they know you are never going to say no. You are always aware of the feeling of others and you feel that their feelings are your responsibility. I think it's good to know if our behavior is affecting others in a bad way, but each one of us is responsible for how we feel and how we react to a situation. When someone says something that hurts you, you are most likely to stay quiet about it. If you cannot admit to another person the feelings of anger, sadness, disappointment, or others, that relationship is usually not healthy. The last sign I want to say, but I know there are some more, is about authenticity. You don't know how to identify your feelings, you don't know what you want, and that can be more difficult if you are constantly trying to please others and put what you want aside. Finding your voice within you when you have spent so long worrying about others and not about yourself is very difficult, but it's possible. So let's talk about how to set healthy boundaries, better said, how to stop being a people pleaser by setting boundaries. For this, it is very important to know what are your limits and tell yourself and the people around you when those limits are being erased. When the boundaries are crossed and is when things get unclear. That is why communication and how to express your wishes, ideas, or opinions can help you create the limits between doing what you want to do and not having someone else make the decision for you. Setting your limits is not bad when you want to tell a person that they crossed a line. You have to let them know. You don't have to worry about uncomfortable moment if they get angry when you know that you are crossing the boundaries. As long as you express your limits honestly and respectfully, you don't have to worry if the other person have a negative reaction. Because as I said earlier, you are not responsible for the feelings of other people. But the most important thing you have to learn is to say no when you want to say no without feeling a hell of guilt, without thinking that this person might feel offended or angry, and say no without excuses, because sometimes we say no, but we make up thousands of excuses when we say it just because we don't feel like it. I know it's difficult, but try to start with small things so that little by little you will gain confidence in yourself. Begin like asking for something you want, saying no to something they ask, as long as you want to say no, obviously. Try to say your opinion about something. If you want to help them, show kindness and offer your help is fine, as long as you do it honestly, not because you're afraid of rejection or something like that. Something that was difficult for me to understand is that you have to get away from those people who always ask for your help when you need help, but when you need help, they are nowhere to be found. There are many chances that you are being manipulated. You have to know that you have to put yourself first, and it's not selfish at all, it's healthy. When you take care of yourself, when you protect yourself, your feels and your energy, you will realize that pleasing others is very exhausting. Because while you are very busy worrying about others, nobody is worrying about you. There is nothing better than keeping your body, mind, and soul healthy. So, this is for today's podcast. I really hope you enjoyed about this topic. You can follow us on Twitter, The Uncertain Podcast. See you next week. Bye bye.